I wanted to put a bow on top of this conversation around what budget actually means in the larger 2A space. So on New Year's Day a couple weeks back, I had the opportunity to have an open discussion with Eagle Run 23 over on his channel, all around great dude, inside and out, about this topic of budget. And as expected and warmly welcomed, many of you guys came out of the woodwork to share your own thoughts and opinions on budget firearms. Open and honest, guys, the response and support from 95% or more of you was truly eye-opening. It seems that I'm not the only one who despises those bad apples in our growing firearms community who can't seem to accept that not everyone shares their same shooting prowess, or not everyone shares the same mission, or not everyone cares about whose name is stamped on their gun parts, or I think we get it by now, but here's where today's video comes in. We'd like to quickly recap the budget conversation under 1 minute, I promise, but more importantly for me, I pulled out a handful of my favorite comments. Nearly 200 of you guys left some in the past 7 days for me to highlight. So stick with me real quick. One of those comments, it might be yours. Bullet point number 2 from that conversation, the size of the 2A community is gigantic. It's not just AR-15's in this tiny little, maybe 5% slice of all shooting sports and shooting supporters. Big takeaway number 3 for me from that conversation, also, you'll hear it in the comments we're about to share as well, is just because you buy a Ferrari, just because you buy the high-end motorcycle, just because you buy the high-end baseball bat, does not make you a pro. All right, getting into the comments first with a one-liner from PNPTD1MT. I hope I got that right. Those who know the least typically talk the most. I talk a lot, but I will be the first to admit I don't know anything until I dive into it, so true statement. Opposite side, wasn't quite sure how serious it was, but almost on time hero 5415. There was a very small handful of comments with the same sentiment, basically saying that there's zero room to crack a smile at the range. There's zero room for owning any firearm not intended to defend from tyranny. There's zero room for anything in your arsenal that doesn't have defensive purposes. Well, crap. I guess me, my entire Montanan family, friends, and entire childhood growing up shooting at stuff to pass the time, and buying new guns that we really didn't need just to meet at the gravel yard and blast a few $100 in ammo. Yeah, I guess this type of mentality means that everyone I've ever known and their parents parents just all have been bass-ackwards wrong our whole lives. Next comment, 2 left feet 113. He says, I've always found the budget shaming kind of funny because military grade just means cheap but functional. As somebody who loved one of those rifles around for 13 active duty years and 3 reserve years all over the world, yeah, just functional is what military grade means. One of my favorite ones from Way Cool Sportster, which really resonates with me too. He says, I spent years building cars and bikes, recently started building guns. He says, I learned a lot from the AT3 videos as well as others. I made the mistake of joining some AR groups on Facebook and the budget shaming began. What a joke. He says, I've never been budget shamed at a range before. I'll put my 2 cents in here on this one and agree 100%. I have friends who put many, multiple thousands and thousands of dollars into other hobbies or interests in their life and have told me personally when they came to this gun building or the 2A space, specifically that tiny little slice of the entire 2A space where these rifles exist, it would be the first time that they were ever called poor for their decisions. Got another one from Maine 307 who says, budget shaming is just a way for people to shill for money. We all just need to be happy people partaking in the 2A space and keeping it alive. I agree. It is interesting that the budget shamers out there think that the lower cost inherently means snake in the grass. The CEO of PSA was just on GOA podcast. Holy crap, acronyms. But he was sharing the same sentiment. He's just focused on getting more firearms into more Americans' hands, and the best way to achieve that, lower the cost. For me, seeing an added cost to that process does not scream on the up and up. Maybe it's time to take a deeper look into who's the actual snake in the grass out there. Dang, I hope I didn't hurt any feelings with that comment. If I did, leave your comments below. But to that point, I'm actually going to send you over to that Gun Owners of America interview with Mr. PSA himself. Check it out over there. It's a long one, but it's a great conversation. We'll see you later.